Well, here we are, just arrived in Cardiff, and just want to go and get a coffee now because the clients won't be up quite up just yet at the moment, and though every time we get there she always makes a cup of tea, so we're going to get a coffee now, and we're going to have a little chat now with Ben about what we got to do today and try and get it right in our heads where we're going. I've done that last night, but it's so important to run over with your staff, your work colleagues, and explain to them what's happening. The other thing, of course, is I've got quite a bit outstanding on this particular job, and there's only certain things that we can actually do today because we're just getting the bricks down there ready for the outer edge. But we'll get on with a little bit down there. I've got to have a chat to them, run through a few things with them, and of course I need to get a stage payment. And for you consumers and also you landscapers out there, it's so important to get a good balance between what the remaining balance is and where you're at, and sometimes your clients won't necessarily see that you've made substantial progress, but you know as well as I know, when you're out the ground and it's all aesthetic, that's when you actually start. It just changes quite rapidly over a few hours, over a couple of days, and they don't expect it. So you've got to talk them through that process, explain to them, and again, it's for you consumers as well, talk to your landscaper or your contractor and get a full understanding of what's happening. It's good to talk, it's so important, and just to have some dialogue. It's when there's no dialogue and an atmosphere is created, that's when those problems occur. So just keep them well informed of what you're doing, when you're doing it, and what you expect, and then they've got a clear insight. And so let's go get a coffee. Well, I'm battered today. Just getting a coffee. I think with this particular client this morning, we could get there a little bit too early, but it's not just the client there. They've been really good, and she'll be out there, she'll be walking the dog, but I think we have to take consideration for the neighbours around there. And when you're working, that's what you've got to do, because potentially you could get some more work around there with the neighbours. They see you there, they see you turn up every day, they see how you perform, and they'll make a judgment call. And there's a possibility that every time you work somewhere, that's your best form of advertising. When you're working, your attitude, how you leave stuff around, how you talk to the neighbours. What I always do is when we arrive on any job, I'll go talk to the neighbours and explain to them we'll be working in the area for a couple of weeks, this is my vehicle, this is my staff, and so they get familiar with you, working around there. And you're an open book then, they can see you for what you are. So but I'm just going to ease up a little bit this morning, because I'm not going to get down there too early, because I don't want to wake the neighbours and get them to wind them up, especially when it's darkness. But the main thing, we're in the centre of Cardiff, we can move around quite quickly now we're here. We'll have a quick coffee and then we'll be raring to go. So just gather our thoughts a moment. Oh, we're recording. I'm with Ben Taylor Landscapes. Ben, a contractor and works on a regular basis. He's very good at what he does, and he's reliable. And we're having a Starbucks this morning, aren't we, Ben? And what do you have, Ben?
Hazelnut Lally.
Hazelnut Lally, there you are. He's got his muck boots on there, and I haven't got my muck boots on. I've got my trainers on at the moment. I leave mine in the back of the van, keep the van tidy. And anyway, we're in Starbucks. We're going to get at it this morning, and freezing here in Cardiff, and just have a little look around where we are, right in the centre of Cardiff here now, and got the bay over that side. Cardiff city centre's over here, and we haven't been here 2 minutes and already our client has bought us a cup of tea. It's so important to embrace good communication with your clients. So there's the brick edge I'm talking about. We've got the concrete plinth in, we're ready to stick those down, and I'll be able to show you that later. Not quite sure whether I'll be able to do it today, but stick at it. Well, here you are. I want to give you an update, and we've got this contrasting brick edge around this patio. These planks, they're 1.2s by 300, and we've cut these. These are 100 by 100 porcelain sets, as a contrasting edge around this patio, and it's working perfectly. And how we've laid it, we've put a concrete plinth around the outside, and then what we've done, we've laid these sets with Mapai exterior grounds. It's a cold day today, so we've just done this little bit, and we're going to just see how it gets on and how it copes with the cold weather. And I've used it before in cold weather, but I just want to just make sure and play on the safe side. So we're going to leave that now today and see how that turns out. To further update what we're doing in this garden, underneath this tannalised timber here is a circular decked area, and we've built that decked area using a 6x3 timber. Okay, it's graded, regularised timber, and then what we do, we burn it and give it that Shosugi band effect. There's a fair bit of burn to be done, but that circular area that we've got underneath there, there's another one going to be repeated in that corner over there, and so that's why we've got this laid out here ready. We're going to mark our circle, and then we're going to cut it with a chainsaw. So we've got to get it all fixed together, put some joists on it, and get it all screwed down. We use a coat screw which holds it all together perfectly. But there you are. So that's all ready to go. That's our next stage, and then we've got this other little piece in the middle joining the two circle areas. The reason that I like using circles in a garden like this is that what you'll find is that the eye, when it's looking at the circles, it'll keep looking around and make it look bigger than what it is. If you have squares or rectangles, if it just comes to a stop and that's it. But with a circle, it'll just keep flowing and make the area look bigger. Throughout the middle here, we're going to have artificial grass, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. But the thing is, with these new developments, they don't leave a lot of topsoil in the garden, so you've got to do a lot of work to achieve a good quality lawned area. And they have a dog as well, so it's going to be working perfectly for them. So it's not always about yourself, it's about what other people need and what they want. So there you are.
Simply lovely.
There you are. I said that I would bring you diaries as and when things happen to me and what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. Just come over to see a client that we come and see him well before Christmas. I invested a lot of time in getting the drawing done, speaking to him 2 or 3 times. I'd come over, brought him product, slabs, so they could have a look at the slabs, and they liked it, and I invested a lot of time. And then just over the Christmas period, we never had a lot of communication with them because we'd had some illness in the family, and these things happen, and then just recently we had not a stinky email, but an email saying how disappointed they were that we never got back to them. And it wasn't the fact that we were avoiding them or getting a quote to them. Sometimes you try and gauge the sense of urgency with quotes, and there wasn't a sense of urgency with this particular client. But they're really nice, very pleasant, and we've recovered it now, and we've come and seen them and explained about our reasoning for not coming over here and seeing them because of illness in the family and so forth. And they were absolutely fine. I think if you explain yourself in a proper manner, and and they can tell if it's genuine or not, and if they're decent people, they will see it for what it is, and we're here, we got a second chance. So another sort of bite at the apple is as such. So there you are, that's the end of the vlog for today. I hope that it's been informative in some way. It has been for me, because I'm sharing everything with you. That's it. Have a great weekend. I'm grinding tomorrow and be doing some work tomorrow, so have a good weekend, and I'll get back on with the vlogging on Monday. See you soon. Bye.